Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for more Age of Wonders 4. Today we're carrying on with our siege of Teal's capital here, which is going to be over in 3 turns. We just had a pretty big and kind of a rough battle here in the last episode, where these guys got jumped pretty bad. And I lost quite a few guys here, but overall the battle went pretty well, I think. I think we fought fairly well and got out with as few casualties as possible, but it is definitely time for our group here to back off. I also noticed Teal's got another army on the way in, although I think they're arriving a bit too late to really do anything about the current situation. Before we jump into it, let's go ahead and go through the comments for this week. Not too many this week, but let's see. We've got from Rep Marut, Defensive Masters may have an unlocked icon, lock icon for the cleric. So this is interesting, and it's not something I've ever noticed before. But if you look at the cleric skill tree here, I was talking about how I couldn't get defensive masters in the last episode because of the lock icons going across here. What I didn't notice is that this one is actually like an unlocked lock icon, and I'm not really sure what the purpose of that is. Because normally, like with these, I think that's locked right there, and that's locked right there, which means I think everything on this line is mutually exclusive. So no matter what I do, I don't think I can get smite. However, this one is unlocked, and maybe that means that, while this one is mutually exclusive with this one is not mutually exclusive with either of these two. I'm not really totally sure what that means. Or maybe it just means you can't go from this one to this one, but like maybe I couldn't go from Warding Bond to Spiritual Guide to Support Resistance 3 and then laterally. Maybe it prevents you from moving laterally, but I don't really know. But if I go down my planned path, which was to go through some of these, I think I might actually still be able to get that, depending on what the unlocked lock icon means. So if any of you know that for sure, let me know, because I've actually never noticed a difference. My eyes glaze over, I see the lock and just assume it's all mutually exclusive. And I haven't seen that I don't recall seeing that on like most other classes. So maybe that's like specific to the clerics. Maybe the ritualist has something similar. Yeah, like with the ritualist, there's an unlocked lock here, but a locked one here. So yeah, I just never noticed that before. So maybe there's more possibilities for hero building than I thought there. I thought those just all meant mutually exclusive no matter what, as long as there was a lock icon. Also from Rep Marut, there's multiple haste berries now available south of my capital. In fact, I already have one of them. My capital has a few things it's going to be doing this turn, so we'll come back to that in a minute, but there is another one I can pick up there. Then, let's see, we've got from Haluska, does offensive formation stack? This is more of a general question to you guys, but if I have offensive formation on a hero, take Genghis here for example, he's got offensive formation. While army leader, all non-hero units in the army grant plus 10% damage to the attacks of adjacent friendly units. Haluska's asking if, like, that effect stacks for units in other armies. So if a unit from Genghis Khan's army stands next to a unit in a different hero's army, does that effect double up? Now, my assumption is no, it probably does not, but I figured I'd throw the question out there just to double check, because maybe, who knows, I could be wrong. But generally speaking, abilities like that don't stack, typically. And so what Rep Marut was saying was, like, maybe that would be better to mix in defensive formation on some heroes, so that you kind of spread out those bonuses a little more. I personally think I will probably stick with offensive formation just because my entire army is built around being highly offensive. But I just thought that was kind of an interesting thing. Figured I'd bring it up because, for all I know, I'm incorrect about it not stacking. But yeah, I still think I want offensive formation just because it fits with my build, the whole critical hit theme, so well. Because the more base damage you do, the more critical damage you're going to do. From Chris Lighthawk, Fervorous Disciple may still be very useful because the first turn of combat usually ends in defense. And it's also triggered by Massed Heal. That's a good point, and it's something I will return to on my Cleric here. So on my Cleric skill tree, I considered getting Fervorous Disciple in the last episode, ended up going with something else because I didn't figure my Cleric would be spending a lot of time in defense mode. But actually, Fervorous Disciple is the first turn of combat pretty much always ends in defense mode anyway, so you're basically just getting 3 fervor at the start of combat, so it's still pretty good. But also mass heal triggers it, or battlefield restoration, because it ends your turn in defense mode right there. So yeah, it's still pretty useful, still worth picking up. Plus, if this defensive masters thing works out, then it's amazing because I'll be ending every turn in defense mode. So that's still the plan then with the cleric, is to work our way down towards defensive masters. And then also from Chris Lighthawk, I forgot to use Focus Aim on the Scald in an important moment in the previous fight. Once again, we continue my escapade of using my Scald suboptimally. But yeah, there was a point in the last fight where I really needed to hit a shot, and Focus Aim would have been great, and I just forgot that the Scald had it. So, oops, messed it up. It's a little odd, actually. Oh yeah, never mind. Those guys have Transformation of Casidics. Of course, they don't have Focus Aim. And then item suggestions from Chris Lighthawk. We'll kind of go through those, actually. I think I'll just keep those written down here, and I'll look through those as new items become available to be produced. So with that said, I think we can jump back in here. What do we have coming up next? I believe I am on... Yeah, I'm currently on... I have unlocked my last tome, the God Emperor. And I think I want to get Exalted Champion here. I do quite like that spell. Flame Blessed Champions is a unit enchantment. It's wouldn't affect anything that I have. Okay, so yeah, I'll just focus on these battlefield spells like Exalted Champion. And let's see, we got Watchful Eye ready. We've got Undead Resentment ready. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this now, and it's gonna backfire. And it backfired in a good way. Alright. Now that that's cast, I want to get more of these fallen angels into the field here. So let's get... how am I doing on souls? 206? Alright, we can afford another one. Might only be able to have like 2 or 3 of these guys around, unless I start really knocking out some armies pretty quickly here. Alright, I do believe it's time for these guys to head back home. How fast can that group catch up to me? Pretty fast. I don't know if I can actually get them out of harm's way. Let's see, kind of west of that mountain, this area is sort of safe. Make it down there. No. Well, I mean, some of them kind of can. Hang on. Look at more exactly how far they can reach here. So, the tiles specifically straight west of the mountain are safe. Keep trying to click on that stack and I can't. Yeah, these guys can't all quite get out of harm's way. So I think they may end up getting caught up too. I wonder if this army could help. Because they're about to siege this city here. Or actually what I could do is I could kind of combine a couple different armies together. Yeah, if I go through my outpost here, how many units are we talking about here? Almost 3 full stacks. Really need to get these guys away from the enemy just entirely. Maybe going just out into the Wild West over there would help. But there's like nowhere they can move that these armies can't catch up to them. Alright, let's hold on that for a minute and see what I can do down here. This is also another fairly large battle, though we do have the advantage of bringing some siege equipment along. It says it's risky. I'm going to allow spells for this one. This could also be another messy one because I've only got 1 hero here. So we will see how they handle it. I think I'm willing to accept that. This guy wasn't particularly highly leveled. We can get another one pretty fast. It does leave this army pretty beat up, though. What I think the best solution is... I'm going to close this window. We're going to take that just to save us some time, because I want to try to make some decent progress in this episode. And I'm going to go ahead and order up another lieutenant to replace that one that just died. I think that was a lieutenant, yeah. Let's go ahead and replace him. And then I'm going to go ahead and start raising their city. I think what I'll do is... No, I really need to back these guys up completely. Okay, this will force them to make a choice that they probably aren't going to want to make. How far can you guys move this direction? So, the war camp benefits provinces adjacent to it. This area down here is generally safe. So, I think what I'll do is I will move these guys down here. Like this. And now I'm leaving an unguarded city being raised. So these guys can, well, I mean, in theory, they could send one person to go stop this, but I don't know if they will. These guys could either save their city or they could try to hunt down these units over here. I think that's how I'm going to do this. I don't want to draw Genghis's army into a suboptimal battle here. These guys aren't totally useless troops, so we will see if they chase down this group and kill the rest of them. Alternatively, actually, what I could do is I could leave them, like, in the middle of everything here, and then no matter what they do, they'd be attacking one bad stack and two good ones. I think I could do that. That actually might be the best play, because there isn't really any other armies here threatening me, and I pretty much just need to buy them one turn. Yeah, so if they're in the middle of these three stacks, I think that's safe. And then I'll have one that's probably going to die. Is anybody in there faster? No, no one's a scout. But this guy could get to safety going down there. In fact, that whole army could really. But I think I'm going to leave a few back. Yeah, you can't quite make it. None of you can quite make it. Really, it's just somebody in this army that can make it out. I think I'll ditch the lieutenant, so you can run away. And then I'm going to repair up all of these guys. Oops, maybe, no, I did that wrong. Dang it. I didn't think about that. Okay, hang on. I could get... I miscounted. I thought I had 13 units. I had like 11. And then I just sent one away, so now I've got 5 in each of those stacks. Oh well, we'll roll with it. So let's see, I got 2 archers there, I've got 2 paladins here. You know, this is fine. I'm gonna send these guys down here, and I get a feeling that this is where they're likely going to try to counterattack me. And I'm gonna have one army. If they attack me here, I'll have one very weak army and 2 strong ones. And both of these have paladins in them, or at least that has a paladin and a dustweaver, so they can probably patch themselves up if they go after that group there. And let's see, I got my lieutenant there. I'm gonna need to replace some of the units that died. I think there was quite a mix of them that died. I know I lost a lieutenant. I lost a couple of the paladins. I lost at least 1 horse archer. I remember that. So we'll just kind of do like that for now. Beginning to think about just mixing little singular undead in the mix here and there too. But for now, I do want to try to get that stack replenished. I have lots of undead over here right now that are trying to get something going. Let's see, these guys were coming back because they... Yeah, okay, they were not able to take out Flamek. Do I want to fight them? You know, these undead could go fight them. That's fine. And then they could go back to the healing spot. I want to get these guys probably... I think this group is the unfaithful group. Yeah, these are just the unfaithful extras. So they are going to go back to... I think they'll probably go back to actually just defending my territory from random incursions. They were doing well in that regard, so we'll continue to send them home. These guys are going to buddy up with my hero when he gets out here, and he's still back a little ways. Let's see, I can get him to about here. And I'm going to add a couple of these armies to his group. Probably want, just for the sake of unit variety, we'll take the one with the lieutenant and the dust weaver there. And then one of these. Yeah, I think this looks good. We'll take this stack here with just some more powerful general fighter units. And then these guys can go back to friendly territory for the moment, or they can serve... Actually, they can just serve as extras here. Nothing wrong with having a 4-stack, especially since I'm venturing kind of far away from my land. I want to be self-sufficient out here. And then, let's see, we can get down here. I'm going to attack these guys. With some undead, just to get them experience. Please don't kill my skeletons. And then we get this guy over there to join up with him. Can almost reach. Okay, so I think I got that all sorted out. Did you go through here yet? No, I was sending my scout through here. Let me see what I can find down here. Is this just a free sanctuary outpost? It is, although it requires a hero to build anything in it. Oh, there's a... I didn't know fractured infestations could affect the umbral area. That's interesting. Oh, there's void stones down there. I don't really have a hero to spare to go out here right now, but that's interesting. I'm going to leave this guy here and try to actually make it through to the other side of that infestation on the next turn. And I have no idea what you're going to do. Actually, I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to go back up and join the unfaithful group, because I'm pretty sure you don't have faithful. Yeah, you're an older unit. Okay. You guys are good. I think everybody else is probably about best place for them right now. Those guys desperately need healing. Do I want to palisade walls here? Is this... Well, I mean, you know what? Yeah, it certainly doesn't hurt. Matter of fact, I'll get the palisade walls and I'll work on a work camp. Because these cities are all going to be gone, so I'll have room to spread out, build teleporters. I would really like to start making use of teleporters. It's just the opportunity hasn't really presented itself yet. And more war parties. Don't care about that. Change of heart. This is on my defender. He's a challenger with aggressive tactician, which I don't really care for. Shepherd doesn't really help me, though. Animal, plants, and elementals. That doesn't help me. A duelist would make him good against other heroes. I do like duelist, just not really on a defender. I prefer duelist on more offensive focus classes. Warriors, mages, rangers, that kind of thing. Skirmisher heroes. I still think it's probably better than Challenger, though. Starts combat hastened for 3 turns. Very fast movement, and it's additional retaliation attack. That generally doesn't matter. Also, I'm probably not going to get this major ambition very often. Whereas with Duelist, maybe I could. I don't, you know, to be honest, I don't think either of these really matters much. I think I would rather have Duelist just because being able to kill other heroes faster is always good, so I'll switch him. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think either of those is particularly useful. I'm just not a big fan of starting combat hastened for 3 turns. It doesn't... Most of my tougher battles last way longer than 3 turns, and it doesn't make that big of a difference, in my opinion. Okay. Well, I've done about as much as I could. So I'm going to end the turn there after dropping a quick save here. And then we'll just see. I think the big question is, what do these guys do on this turn? I'm hoping that this city being in the process of being raised is enough to bait them into going after that. Oh, good. Almost forgot. Yeah, let's grab those haste berries. So, I don't really need foresters or anything like that necessarily. I'll probably just take research posts, I think generally wherever I can get them. So I get a haste berries with that research post. I can actually get the rainbow clover with this one. And then I was looking around to try to see what to get next. I still can't reach this. I don't think the city has enough reach to reach that. But I did realize that I could grab another Arcanium ore if I get this one and then rebuild that. And since I just picked up 2... This city's going to be here for probably another 10 turns. So I just picked up 2 more magic materials there. So I don't remember. I feel like there was a reason I had freed up 3 of these, but I can't remember what it was now. So, yeah, I think maybe I was considering annexing that. That's probably what I was thinking. Which I could still do if I disconnect something else. Maybe I could disconnect this out here. Yeah, I think for now I'm going to go ahead and take this, and then I'm going to rebuild this. Wow, for dirt cheap. And then it gives me another... I'm working on 3 more magic materials now, so always good. Okay, now we can go to the next turn. And Tana is moving again. Tana was the one that jumped me up here, so I think we can assume that she's got more firepower and probably some cities out in this direction. She came from almost straight north of Teal's capital here. Hopefully we can make it a few more turns without interference so that I can finish off Glorious Conclave here and actually knock the dragon out of the game. I got a feeling these guys, if I was these guys, I would go hit this. I don't think they can kill everything that I've got here, but at this point, they can draw in 1 weakened army. It's their best shot of basically not losing the game. Because I think if these guys don't interfere with me here right now, I think they're basically guaranteed to lose. I think they're basically guaranteed to lose anyway, but this is like their only hope, is to attack one of these weak stacks and hope they can somehow break this siege. Of course, if they could see how many units I have all over the map, they probably would just surrender. Alright, it's your move, Teal. They're just reinforcing the city. Oh, with a fairly large army. That's okay, because they can only bring in my most powerful stacks doing a move like that. They did get their leader back, and this is sallying out, so if I win this fight, it's all over for them. It's a good thing I didn't leave one of the weak stacks adjacent to the city. That would have made this a lot harder. Okay, we're going to allow spells and auto-combat this. And this should be the end for them. But I got a feeling I'm going to have to do this fight myself. Because I don't want to lose units in those really good armies, because they're quite highly promoted. Yeah, we can't be having that. Nope, nope, nope. I'm going to do this one myself. He's got a lot of heroes in here. A crap ton of heroes. My gosh, maybe it's good I gave him duelists, because he's got plenty of opportunities to fight other heroes here. In fact, if I could get... Ooh. If I could somehow arrange for my defender to get the kill on the dragon, that would be really nice. Because that would fulfill his major ambition immediately. Ooh, yeah, let's try to do that. Okay. This is going to be a difficult fight, I think. At least until I can knock this guy out. I think the plan is to go hard on this side and just kill heroes and their dragon as fast as possible. Because if I do that, it's going to damage everyone's morale quite a bit. And that's definitely a good thing for me. So let's get Genghis up here. I can probably start chipping away at the towers, hopefully before they become an issue. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to hit them before they become an issue. I can maybe get the one in the middle with the cleric and the... No, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. Alright, we'll tank the first round using units like my paladin here. Lay on hands does not end their turn in defense mode, and I think I'm going to need the defense mode here, so I think what I'm going to do is move Genghis up front and center. He can take a shot at this at least, and he could actually take 2 shots at it. Oh wait, maybe I can kill a tower, because Genghis has got a lot of damage output. Yeah, it looks like I could. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this. We snapshot, and then break it with this. So that gets 1 tower out of the way. And then I'm going to move you up here, and do I want him on defense mode? I'm not sure how vulnerable Genghis is, but one of those is a mage hero. In fact, multiple of them are mage heroes, so I am going to heal Genghis because the extra defense mode won't make a huge difference since we're dealing with magic there. I think actually on this side, maybe just being as aggressive as possible is for the best. Somehow I weakened a tower. Gonna see if I rush. Oh, hey, I wasn't even looking at the tower. I was looking back down at her, and then the tower just fell. Cool. Let's go ahead and move you up. I'm gonna go ahead and use their that ability, or lay on hands. Earlier, I guess. We'll let the cleric end her turn in defense mode to get that. Oh wait, no, she doesn't have Fervor's Disciple yet. We're working on that. And everybody else is going to go this way. Unfortunately, this guy is as far away from all the heroes as he can possibly be, so this might not be the best battle for him to get duelist in. So I don't want to leave that dragon alive. But we managed to knock out 2 of their towers right off the bat. That's pretty good. That saves a lot of damage overall. I think that's the end of my turn. Alright, here's hoping he kind of gets aggressive and charges me. He is not going to get aggressive and charge me. That's just a wall of heroes right there, man. They are bleeding. Hopefully that'll cause them to, if they have healing abilities, to kind of waste them. It's Chaining Evocation. This one's his Dragon Breath, which is a huge AoE. Kind of feel like I want to bunch everyone around the Dustweaver there. Then just tank the hit while I'm got the extra defense and status resistance from warding defense mode. What can you do? That's pretty good. Ooh, that could be very good here. Could mess up a lot of these guys. And weaken them, more importantly, perhaps. If I shoot that right down that middle line, I hit 2 heroes and the dragon with it. That's pretty big. If I do it at a slight angle from up here, I could catch even more people with it, but I think that would be, I think it'd be better from here, because he'd be too vulnerable if I moved him over there. Yeah, right down like that gets 4 heroes. I like that a lot. Is there any spells I should cast before doing this? Ooh. I could buff that guy. Unholy Champion. It's going to take 80 of my casting points, though. I don't know if that's worth it. Because I'm under the effect of the Spelljammer here, unfortunately. That's what the other army was trying to go deal with. I don't think I want to use that yet, although this seems like it would be a good time to use it. Other than that, I wouldn't get the morale debuff. You know what? We'll hold off on that. I want to hang on to my spells until I really need them. That's still a lot of weakened and a lot of remorse, so that's going to mess them up pretty good. And then I think my paladin just needs to go defend him. Just give him defense mode. Let's see you. Yeah. Move up here. And guard. I'm gonna have Genghis go here. I'm gonna go ahead and use Recovering Windfall here. Just to heal him. Then Genghis, you go here. And I can move. So I got my 2 Pyre Templars are kind of in the same spot here. I'm gonna move you up and use you to clear out some of these annoying caltraps. And kind of same with you. I want you to break the... No, I can't. You can't kill them with a range unit. Alright, well then go like this. The Pyre Templars are pretty handy at getting rid of those things. And I'm just gonna have everyone go down here. You know what? I might position this guy up there on the... Yeah, I'll put him up on the battlements, because he can float off if he really needs to. Those guys over there are all weakened, and this sets him up for a pretty nice AoE on the next turn. In fact, I could follow up by moving this guy over here and giving him some defense. And then we'll leave a few guys down here just to provide backup in case that army comes rushing down faster than I expect them to. Besides, I need time to get these guys caught up to everybody else anyway. How far out can you come? Far enough to hit him, so I probably don't want to go there. We'll take the more southern route. Okay, that looks okay to me. So trying to decide if there's any spells I should drop, but I really don't think there is. I think Commander's Call might be a good one to drop here. I think I need to use Commander's Call a lot in this battle, actually, because that gives... I could get a lot of strengthened out of that. Yeah, okay, let's just end the turn here. See how they react to my initial push. Okay, good. I was kind of hoping that he would engage out there. Alright, yeah, we're definitely going to need to drop Commander's Call in there because everybody just got the crap beaten out of them. But their dragon used his big ability. So I just need to patch up from that. Okay, maybe we could stop with the AoEs for a second. Let me get my bearings here, it'd be good. Alright, so they did move a guy up to bother him. I'll probably just move away from him and shoot something. But let's try to clean this mess up first. Alright, Genghis, you are really messed up. Dang. He is actually stunned. That is not ideal. I think now might be time to drop battlefield restoration. Although, if I can, these are touch abilities, so I can't use those. That's a leave one action point. This could be good, but it doesn't quite reach Genghis from there. I think this would be a really nice spot to drop that, though. Guys are on fire. I've got just a very ugly situation here. Okay, I think I know for sure that I'm going to want to move that Pyre Templar up. And I'm pretty sure that battlefield restoration is the way to go here. We just need regeneration to counter the burning. I am going to go ahead and use... Where is it? Commander's Call here. Mostly because it's a cheap spell that I can use a lot. That'll heal some damage. It doesn't take care of the fact that Genghis is stunned. I think I'm just going to have other units will have to protect him for a turn. Actually, I don't know if I can. I could use Smite here, damage him a decent bit, but Genghis is actually in a lot of trouble here. I wish I had Recovering Windfall. This would be a great place to use it. I might need to do something to actually cleanse Genghis' status effects so that he can get out of there. Then I could draw the hit with this guy and pull Genghis back. That would also allow Genghis to do more damage on this turn. Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do. Commander's Call is going to go here regardless. I'm thinking about taking the burning with the cleric to... No, the cleric doesn't need a stack of burning. No, I think we're just going to drop it here. That kind of sucks. I think it damaged me. Alright, well, at least they're all strengthened. Now I need to clear Genghis' status effects. That I can do with... there it is, cleanse. I knew I had one thing that could do that. If I move the cleric here, I can also get some free healing in on Genghis and Touch of Grace, which seems like a pretty good idea right now, so I'm gonna do that. We'll mend. Ooh, that's... Oh yeah, that's really good. Yeah, we'll do Touch of Grace. I'm gonna back these guys up or move them up here so they can flank. I might actually give these guys Touch of Grace. This seems like a good spot to use it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on these guys. Then that'll allow them to port here and put out some damage. After I move Genghis, because they might miss. Let's go ahead and do Cleanse. My archers are just in a perpetual state of being blind. I could actually heal somebody else here. I could use Cleric's Favor pretty much anywhere in here. Probably on you, actually. And then that, I believe, leaves one action point. It's one action point afterwards, yeah. So let's go ahead and buff you up. because he's stunned and he's going to take a bunch of hits here. And then I'm going to cleanse Genghis. There we go. Then he can now leave, and more importantly do damage, or tell somebody else to attack twice, which would be very good. I could kill that hero, especially if I use Genghis to have him attack twice. Mana Drain Touch, that doesn't help me here that much. Wish that guy... You don't happen to have Faithful, do you? I don't think he does, because he's a summon, so he wasn't actually produced in a city with the Pyre Temple. So no, the Arcane Fire thing that these guys do would just burn him. It wouldn't cleanse his status effects, unfortunately. Alright, we'll go up here and hit this guy twice. Then I'm thinking I might tell him to go again.
Huh?
Genghis actually might benefit from this guy's free action weave momentum here, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with my plans to have this guy do this, because that takes away his retaliation. So Genghis can back off for free now, moving to here. But I still think I might want to have somebody go again on this turn, and I think it's gonna be the Pyre Templar. Yeah, Pyre Templar can go again. This will allow him to kill that hero. Or he could even get behind enemy lines more. I think we'll just kill the hero that's up front. That's annoying. Okay. Forgot about that crap. I can kill him with Genghis. I wanted to kill this unit with Genghis, but he can kill that guy instead. So we'll back you off here. You should be able to hit this. I'll move this guy around here. And I'm actually going to have him do this, because the rest of these guys have Faithful, and the Cleric has Zealous, I think.
Yeah.
So this should help clear status effects on my units. There we go. Drop one hero. And then maybe I get a kill with these guys. Yeah, I think I'll just go for it with one of these 40s. I might shoot at that one though, less likely I've hit my own units. These guys are pretty weak, they're not going to really hurt anybody. They do have deploy caltrops. That won't do much. I believe they've already used their stun ability. Yeah, it's on cooldown. So I think probably better to go after... Oh, that zombie there isn't really going to do much either. Although it can trigger decaying. It doesn't have a very good chance to. Yeah, we'll just shoot the zombie to try to avoid hitting friendly units. And then I can move these guys down here and continue to... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll take a hit from this guy, but it doesn't really matter. These guys have plenty of health. Then I can mess some of this other stuff up a little more. He's probably gonna drop a heal on somebody soon, unless I kill him. He's got a couple turns of cooldown before he can. You know what? Let's blind and condemn this guy. And I have a small chance to actually kill him here. He slipped away, because that's what they do, dang it. Into an annoying spot as well, right in front of Genghis. At least his damage output's low. I might actually just run this scout down here and try to kill him. Well, if I can. I'm actually not sure if I even can. Let's see if I need that guy. I called him a scout, but he's not a scout. Cavalry archer, whatever. Oh, I forgot. Dang it. I've got these. All right. That'll kill him. Yeah, I'll just drop that right there. Okay. Yeah, don't forget about your catapults. I'm thinking right there, probably. Soften everyone up just a smidge. Or I could start working on that catapult over there. It probably doesn't matter. I'm going to focus on the units because I'm pretty sure the catapult's just shot. So we'll just soften units up slightly. If I do the repeating attack, that's a kill. So I'm going to do that. It's not a kill because they all have slip away. Why do I keep forgetting that? We'll do the same thing here, a wind strike. Oh wait, no, he didn't have slip away. It just triggered wind strike. He got pushed back, but then he died. Okay. I'll stop complaining now. Just for now, though. We can, yeah, this line's gonna be okay. These guys are gonna hold just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this here. Clear some statuses on friendlies, and let's see, you can't walk through that though. Might have you taunt the hero over there. If you can. What's your odds of succeeding at that? 39%. Maybe taunt the shield instead, who seems to be more interested in going after my other units. Actually, I think this shield might be better to taunt. Or actually, it doesn't matter who I taunt here, to be honest. These guys aren't going to be able to kill anything, so I'll just not use it yet. Yeah, I think I'll move this guy up. I really would like to get him over to the dragon still. That's like the end goal here. But I need to punch through these units to do that. If I use that, it'll displace and replace, and then this guy will be standing on fire. He's not faithful, so that would be bad for him. I forgot he's got Consume Chaos. That could be useful if I can manage to get enough stacks of debuffs on my enemies. You know what? I think I would like to keep that tower alive. Now, I'm going to draw these guys over here. This catapult's not as important to me. It can wait. I'm trying to shift the whole battle down this direction anyway. I guess probably want to smite here. Yeah, I'll just smite. That shield's going to be tanky. We just got to deal with it. And if I can get you around here, and have you come back and just start shooting him. If nothing else, I can use my hero to kind of keep these people off of my archer. In fact, I might do this. Yeah, I am going to use taunt here. I taunt him into coming after this guy. Then I'll move this hero up so that he can get closer to my enemies. But I don't have to worry about this guy going after the archer in the back there now. Then I can move this guy here, or I could just go straight after the archer. He must have taken hits from, oh, he's electric. petrified quite a bit. I'm just going to put him here in more of an aggressive position, but he's still being defended by friendlies. I think that army there is okay. And I don't need to run my horse away to go help Genghis, so I can probably just take a guy out here. Okay. Would you kindly just... There. I'm trying to get kills to damage their morale. Okay, this guy is stunned, can't do anything about that. But I think they used most of their big heavy hitting abilities on that last turn. Yeah, the dragon used his big dragon breath, so that's at least out of the way. He'll probably use this lightning evocation thing next. We just have to end turn. I've done what I can. Let's see what they come up with next. Ah, they're really beating up my war breed over there, aren't they? A big AOE hits that group. Yeah, they might need to back off. I don't think they're doing so well up there. Oh, the dragon went over this way. Okay, good. Okay, did I just lose somebody? Or did they lose somebody? No, I have not lost anyone yet. And both catapults are still up. They didn't go after this one. That's kind of nice, I guess. But we've got guys who are pretty seriously injured. And this guy's just bogged down. He's not going to make it to that dragon. Or any of the heroes. He's really on the wrong side of the battlefield there. See, my cleric can... Now might be the time for battlefield restoration. Yeah, right at the beginning of this turn to give everyone fortune. I think that seems pretty good. Any free actions? No, I'm burned out on my free actions, so... Yeah, we need healing. Lots of regen, lots of fortune. Very, very good. And this guy can actually mess some stuff up now. I could try to dominate somebody. Wouldn't mind if that... Oh, I can't do it to the dragon. You know, I think I'd be better off just killing this guy here who's holding back Genghis from killing other things and threatening my archer. Yeah, I think that's play. Unless you can do it. No. Oh man, he's got so many things he can do a lot of damage to. If I can manage to kill this guy with other units, that would be better, but... Let's see. This is a free action. Doesn't do that much damage, though. Those guys have got a pretty good hit. I've also got Recovering Windfall. I think I want to use that on the horse archers here. Actually, oh, that's a good idea. Okay. I could go here. Champion Recovering Windfall on the horse archer. Pulls them to that spot. Then they can mess these guys up. And then this guy could finish them off. From there to 90%, I'm going to take that. Oh, you pests. Oh, that's annoying. That's so annoying back there. Do you have snapshot? Okay, good. Get rid of him. Okay, now I can have Genghis And I think this here, or this guy, can move up together and kill either more units or possibly take out a hero, maybe even their leader. Depends on how much damage Genghis can do to that leader. If I trigger momentum, I could probably do more, but then that leaves me pretty vulnerable to a lot of stuff. Although I can kind of protect Genghis, because since I didn't use this guy for anything else, I can move him up here. Yeah, okay. I think I want to see how much damage he can do from here. I won't be able to kill that guy on this turn, but I could kill a different hero. Especially if I land a crit, that hero's dead. If I trigger momentum, I could maybe solo him with Genghis. I think I want to get this guy up front. Oh wait, if I move this guy up here, never mind, he can actually kind of take point on this, get in the dragon's face, force him to move, also do enough damage to that hero that Genghis could finish him off. Ooh, and got a lucky hit on the dragon too, I think. Oh no, wait, that was spray damage. That was his area damage. That wasn't an extra hit. Still fine though. Let's see. I could mess that dragon up quite a bit. See, I think I'm just gonna have you defend. Actually, step into wait, make sure you've got faithful, right? Yeah. Step in and out of the flames a few times. There. Removed a bunch of his debuffs. Then guard this guy, who I might drop. Yeah, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do Commander's Call again. That'll heal him up a little bit and give him more strengthened. And here come the blinding sandstorms. And I think I'm just gonna... blast. I'm not worried about that zombie. He's not gonna do much. I'm gonna hit the dragon. I just want to weaken him so I can knock him out on the next turn. Okay, and we're about to have blinding sandstorms interfering with everyone's accuracy. That might be okay for me though. Really want to kill that shield that's on my back here. Let's see, if I patch you up, you'll do more damage. I could even put you back here to give you a flank and your momentum bonus. Much bigger damage, there we go. As is tradition. Let's see. If I move you here, what are the odds you die on the next turn? I think he'll live. I'm surprised he didn't displace and replace there. Wonder why he didn't. I'm glad he didn't, because he's kind of getting pretty vulnerable. Let's see, let's get this guy cleared out. and keep moving you this way. There's still a chance you might be able to get a few hero kills here. Oh gosh, that's a lot of damage. I might want to rethink stepping in front of all of them. If Blinding Sandstorms triggers, at the end of my turn, it could blind some of those guys, make it harder for them to hit me. In either case, I think I'm going to take a turn and kind of hide him. How much damage can that hero output? A lot. Alright. I can reach that hero, though, and force them to back off. So I think I'm okay here. Yeah, pretty big hit there. Oh wait, I can kill that hero. Probably. Okay, we don't need to worry about them. Still concerned about this guy enough that I'm gonna leave him in defense mode. Holy crap, why do these guys do so much damage? I guess I do only have one resistance, huh? Honestly, I don't think I can do anything with this hero. I think I'm just gonna send him around like this. He's way too vulnerable to those two evokers on the wall. Okay. It's not looking good for them. Going this way probably isn't bad for him, because if they retreat, it's possible their leader tries to get out this way. And if I can cut him off, I might be able to get duelist and kill their leader at the same time. Which would be pretty nice. Just about lost an archer over there. Fire Templar's not looking so good, is he? Okay, did I lose anyone? I did. That archer went down. So I can try to resurrect them. I really don't like that hero sitting over there, but I know better than to send just this group after him by myself, so we're gonna back off. I think we'll start moving the cleric over that way, but I do want to try to get that Pyre Templar out of the situation he's in. He is currently... yeah, he's kind of stuck there, isn't he? I need to... I can lay on hands, I could heal him a bit, and just leave him stuck there. Try to support him with other units. Yeah, you know what? Hold your ground, pal. Oh, he's quite frozen. Yeah, we'll probably need to do something about that. What's the range on cleanse? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can move my cleric in the direction that I want them to move, while also cleansing him. I could even give Cleric's Favor to him. Alright, let's do that. We'll give him Cleric's Favor for a little extra healing, and give him Cleanse to get rid of all those nasty status effects. There we go. Good as new, right? Now, I think I am going to move this guy up here. It's going to improve his accuracy. Actually, I think I'm going to want to move Genghis first. Yeah, okay. I want to move Genghis here, because that'll trigger momentum. It gives him a good shot on a few things. Then I can move you here, and you can basically kill anything you want while you do this. Then I can get rid of the dragon. I can't get rid of the dragon. Well, I maybe can, but... Wait, hang on. Can you do this? Yeah, you can drop that. I might drop that here, actually. There we go. Wait, still not dead dragon.
Huh?
Why dragon not dead? I could get up on the walls with that archer and pick off quite a bit of whatever remains. In fact, I absolutely want to get in this guy's face. There. Dragon's not as tough when he's got people closing in on him. This guy, I wanted to go pin the dragon, or the main dragon, the big dragon. I can't seem to reach him. I'm going to move these guys here. Try to finish him off. There we go. And then get to here. I don't know if I want to kill their dragon yet. I really do want to try to get that duelist upgrade on my hero. But he's not really threatening anything right now. This side of the battlefield's basically over. So I might attack the healer guy instead, who's actually already retreating. Genghis could actually move in, and I could get a free action, almost killing him. Anyone else do a tiny amount of damage to that guy? Now everybody else has moved up here. You know what? Genghis, go ahead and take those shots. Or if you can reach, I was going to have him go use Mana Drain Touch on the dragon, but that's okay. Oh. Hit the big guy. It's fine. Alright. These guys are running, but the guys on the walls are still perfectly happy being up there. I'm going to back this group off. They're very weak.
Oh. Huh? Yeah.
These guys could benefit from running through the cleansing flames, so that could get rid of the electricity on them. I can't really get rid of the electricity on big guy, but he's got regeneration to counter it if I can just keep him out of harm's way for long enough. So I think what I'm going to do is move back here, get rid of blind, and I'm going to have all three of these guys go after the hero. Might even throw catapults at him. No, it won't really do much, will it? Okay. Maybe I'll throw catapults at this guy since I'm having trouble reaching him. Sure, why not? Get out of my way. Go back there and patch him up. Alright, I need to pin this hero down. He's just been over there being a little pain for a while now. Alright, this guy has cut off that dragon's only escape. So, there may still be a chance for him to get that kill. I just need to trigger the route, and I'm getting... Oh wait, I did trigger the route. He's running. Okay, good. So he should run right into the guy that I want to be the one to kill him. I could get rid of some of the negative status effects on my friend there. How much casting do I have left? 40. This costs 20. Yeah, I could do this twice. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Got a random positive status effect. So that guy will be okay now. Yep, he's running. Okay, really want to get to this hero. Get up there and smite him. Why is this guy so tough? Okay, with sprint I can reach him. That's good. I need to pin him in here. And I want you back in the fight. Alright. Here, you go over here and finish the job. And then I want you going up here and get in his face. There. Just pin those guys down up there. I'm gonna get you out of harm's way, I think. Just go stand over there. You could go ahead and do Recovering Windfall on him, I guess. And then you can just shoot him. Might have you port off the wall, actually. Since I got a feeling he'll... Oh, I didn't... Dang. I didn't realize he would have such a lousy shot from that angle. Normally I would definitely kill the dragon, but we're still trying to set up for finishing him off with this guy. Maybe I can taunt him. Hey, that worked. So what, I guess he'll just run at me? I think when a unit's taunted, they try to use their melee attack if they have one, but that might not be true. Okay, well, you do a lot of scary magic damage. I'm gonna back off, because he might use an AoE. Yeah, he might actually drop that on my head. That's maybe not. Maybe I didn't think this through. Taunted, and now I'm just running away. Let's keep the cleric on standby there, because we might need to pick a guy up. Speaking of picking a guy up, I think my archer's over here, so we'll keep moving in this direction. We're gonna leave some friends down here. Yeah, we're gonna need to leave some friends down there to act as backup. Okay, you're dead. I guess I could finish him off with this guy. It's kind of what I was worried he might do. Go down there and offer moral support. And you maybe stay out of the way, because I don't know what that dragon's gonna do now. I should have just let him run. What was I thinking? Why did I think taunting would be a good idea? Hopefully he wants to use his melee attack. Oh, he just did that. Okay. I think I still got 20 casting points. I could clear that up. They're still having trouble up there with that hero. Okay, I can still do this. So I can actually get the kill here. Wait, does he have slip away? I don't see it. I don't think he does. I'm gonna be very annoyed if he slips away here. There we go. Duelist Major Ambition. Now, to finish this guy off. I think I know what I could do here. Except for my guys are all blind. Okay, first off, let's try to make sure I revive the archer. Wherever he went down at, I'm not sure. Revive is over here. There he is. Here lies Strider. Yep. Is there any free action stuff I can do on my way over? Because I just need to be kind of within range of it. Got Cleric's Fervor. Wouldn't mind breaking that tower down. If I could trigger a crit, I could break it quickly. Just trying to make sure that the units that I have out here don't get killed by this little guy who's just out here being a pest and won't die. Go again. Close that distance. So you're all electrified. It doesn't help that that guy's out there electrifying everybody too. Okay, see if I can trigger a crit here and get that tower out of the way. That ought to do it. And you back off. And you back off. You come forward. Pin them in there eventually. I can't quite reach them with Mending Touch or anything like that, but I can do Cleric's Fervor. Yeah. I move you up here. That puts you a little closer to the enemy while also close enough to heal the Strider. And I can do this. So you probably won't die, and then you can go back and protect your friends. Yeah, I guess I could just send everybody that way. Can you throw a rock at that hero? Because if you can, throw a rock at that dang hero. He's being so astoundingly annoying. Almost dead. Get rid of his little minion here. Oh, he's so close. Hang on. I think I got this. He has steadfast now. He's got steadfast now. Okay, he's got two guys staring him down, so I'm gonna finish this one off. You get out of here. Maybe heal yourself on the way. Cleric, I need you to pick this guy up. I almost forgot about that. Any free action now? Nope, just revive him. You just get out of here. Everybody get that guy. This guy is not doing so good, is he? Here, go ahead and patch him up. What little you can, anyway. Okay, I think nobody dies here. Can't cast spells because their boss is dead. All right. You little pest. As much as I would love to get you with him, I got too many units on death's door, and you've been a pain in the butt, so I'm just gonna have Genghis run up and stab you in the face. Okay. Wow, what a fight. And that is just about the end of Teal. We do have one more fight against the units remaining in his capital. He put up quite a defense. That was honestly kind of impressive. To be honest, even this next fight could be a little difficult just because my units are so beat up. Fortunately, he can't cast spells, so at least I don't have to worry about that. But if Taina was to send another big army right now, that would really gum up all these plans, so it's really probably a good thing I had these guys up here. Because they absorbed a lot of damage. Taina would have basically stopped this whole siege, combined with the army that I just fought, which I didn't know was there when I was moving in on this city. Now they did leave this one to burn, so I will finish that siege and I'll have a fresh army down here. Or fresh-ish. Anyway. Goodbye. And we got a bunch of items, a shield, a trinket, which gives malady immunity, which is kind of cool. Other stuff I don't necessarily need. But I'm sure I can make use of that amulet on someone, so I'll take it. Yeah, sure. Give it to the cleric, I guess. Or, well, maybe someone who could make better use of Demolisher, actually. He's already got Demolisher. Yeah, we'll give it to Genghis for now. Got a level on this guy. We'll go ahead and just increase his health a bit. Kind of want to go down the line of increasing his resistances, because that was a very clear problem in the last fight. But still going to work towards defensive masters primarily. If anything, we can maybe get him some armor. Armor with bolstering resistance might be kind of nice. Or just armor that grants resistance would be nice. Not sure that I really have any. I think maybe the armor that I just picked up that gives bolstering he gets bolstering resistance from that too. And defense. Yeah, I quite like the armor he has. I'm sure I got a better shield, yeah. Resistant shield. Okay, that gives him quite a bit of resistance. Yeah, that's quite a bit better. We'll do that. Kind of clipping through your clothes there, buddy. Alright. We need to figure out, and I'm going to drop another quick save there because I don't want to have to redo that battle again if the game crashes. I gotta think about what I'm gonna do here because my armies are now pretty beat up, so this is probably gonna end up being another manual combat, which is a bit annoying, but can't necessarily be avoided. And he's gonna have all his towers back. Hopefully the AI is smart enough to heal my dudes. I'm gonna get these guys just back into friendly territory. And we've got some people messing with my war camp. I got a spell breaker here I don't really need. Cold-blooded, poisonous, tenacious. Yeah, I don't really need him. Although, to be honest, he's just taking up 20 gold. I'm making 1,000 per turn, so there's not really a good reason for me to get rid of him. I'll just throw him in with these other guys. This random stack of units here. I've got that lieutenant down there. I've got this stack of 5. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, get back into friendly territory, or at least out of enemy territory, if you can. I probably could have put them in the outpost, but nah, they're still kind of in full retreat. Then you just go join up with them, I suppose. Alright, these guys can take care of that little incursion, and then maybe move towards Promisal. Well, let's see how things go up here first. This should be an easy fight, but it's just going to be an annoying fight because I'm going to have to do it myself, probably. But this will be the end of the dragon whose name I can't pronounce. We're going to do auto combat, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they're smart enough to heal their friendlies before they get smashed to pieces by towers. They were not. Alright, I'll just do this one myself. Alright, you are by far the weakest unit. I'm going to patch you up. You are significantly better at dealing with magic now, so we'll send you that way. Yeah, the paladin's gonna have to heal him. So how far can you guys go? This'll work. Might actually use this paladin to heal the other paladin. And we'll try to get the more healthier units on up to the front. I do have mending touch and stuff like that, so if I move the cleric over here, I can do that. And I can drop touch by grace on him too. Maybe we can lure them out with him. You're still a little beat up. I would prefer to get you some support if I can. Genghis is also kind of beat up. For you, I'm gonna back up here. Pull Genghis to me, and that'll let him get into the fight a little earlier. And you just need to stay out of this. Alright, we'll see what they do. I'm hoping that I bait them with this guy a little bit. He's got touch by grace, so he's gonna avoid an attack here. And even if somebody dies, my cleric can get him back up. Okay, here comes all the catapult AoEs. Oh, my cleric can get them back up if the cleric doesn't die. Just got hit with like 3 catapults. Might go ahead and pop battlefield restoration now. You know what? Yeah. Then I can have you go again. Because you only have 1 unit model, so that's full damage on every hit. And I think I'm gonna go after the tower, although, hang on, those walls are kind of looking in the way. Let's break those down. Yeah, getting rid of these towers would be nice. Oh, there goes my music. I'm not sure why that cut out. It happens every now and then. If I move up here, shoot the tower twice, that would maybe work. I could also mess the tower up with this guy pretty badly. I might do that, actually. Yeah, let's just do this now. And I think 1 shot should take it out. Okay, we don't have to worry about that anymore. And Genghis can move up. And I'm gonna say snapshot this guy. That canceled his defense mode. I should have probably opened with that. Okay, I think we'll be safe enough here that I can fairly confidently trigger battlefield restoration on this turn. Maybe I can get him to taunt somebody. Okay, go ahead and taunt the shield guy, I guess. Defend. Also go defend. Can't quite make it to that tower yet. clear out some of those caltraps. And I guess finish him off. Or not. As I keep forgetting about slip away. There we go. I could get this guy pretty close to the front line here. In fact, if I sprint, I could get him all the way. I'm going to do that now. Just to get him over here and close gaps on range units. Genghis Khan still got all his actions. Okay. Just take a couple shots at that guy, I guess. Nothing special for him on this turn. Alright, we'll hold ground, see if they kill anybody. I don't think they will. But if they do, my cleric can heal. Nah, they're not going to be able to kill anybody. Okay, I'd really like to break that tower. I believe big guy here can. With a sprint. There we go. Takes care of that problem. Lets me get behind them and start messing up their back line. Let's do the triple hit. I need to bring that dragon down. He's kind of being a little tanky. I'll pop you up here. Have a good chance to hit him. And I can help my battle mage get in the fight over here. And we'll start weakening the dragon. Genghis actually has a pretty decent chance to hit that dragon. I am going to move him a little bit, just to make that 100. If I can blind this guy, then I won't have to worry about retaliations. I did not get the blind. Okay, Cleric's Favor. Who do I want to drop that on here? Probably my hero. I'm thinking. Yeah, just make sure we keep his health topped off. And then I can do a... I don't want to do Conjure Doma Protection. Honestly, I might just have her take a shot. Does anyone need Cleanse? Maybe you could use it. There we go. Alright, from here you've got a good chance to hit. So I really want to get I want to run the defender up here. If I can manage to get a kill... Yeah, this would work. Now he's threatening the cleric. Okay, you can take care of him. There, now I can get this guy up to where I wanted to put him. Push the dragon back. I don't know whether that's good or bad. probably doesn't matter. Let's get you back to the fight in case I need to pull somebody out for healing. I don't think I will. I think this is pretty well under control. Get rid of caltraps. And I believe that's all for this turn. Should be it for the dragon. Although I'm pretty sure he will slip away. So I probably need to be ready for that. Oh, welcome. Now if I go here and do this, I hit both units. You can come here. Yeah, you can't quite reach the other one no matter how I do it. But you can. You can only slip away so many times, guys. And this guy and Tana, they both have a lot of slip away units. Okay, that takes care of that. And that takes care of him. We will absolutely hold a parade. I don't think any of these would be any good. Yeah. Hold the parade. Get the Imperium. Oh, hey. I got another one of these. Revenant Whispers. I mean, it's a world map spell. I could either get that or the Blood Exarch, but I want to see my tome library here. I think there may have been things in the God Emperor tome that I wanted. Yeah, like Mass Revive. And Wrath of the Emperor. Both of those I kind of want. Summon Light Spirit, actually, that's also pretty good. Now that I think about it. Is that the tier 3 one? I think that's the tier 3 one. Yeah. Yeah, because the other one would be the Lesser Light Spirit. Actually, having those around would be pretty nice. Because I don't have a lot of healing. I think I'm gonna grab them. I could summon a bunch of those too. I have plenty of mana for them. Okay, we are gonna raise that. And Genghis is going to fall back to, actually, in fact, all of these armies are going to fall back to their city here to patch up before moving on. I think this is kind of like basically the A team over here, and they'll be carrying on against Tana most likely. I think I'm building walls, so I'll actually back them up to where they're all in the walls. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, I can then probably go after my war camp here and make sure that there's nobody else on the horizon. Okay, I'm going to clear these guys off the war camp and set up for pushing up from this direction as well. Wait, when did I lose a guy in here? Oh yeah, I did lose a lieutenant in there, didn't I? I think I made another one. Yeah. Get back in there. Okay, auto combat. I don't think I'm gonna cast spells in this one. They do have a lost wizard in here. Maybe I will. It doesn't matter. I have 30,000 mana. Honestly, the only reason I'm hesitating about it is the... Gosh dang it. The only reason I'm hesitating about it is the whole spell backfiring thing. Otherwise, I would just leave it on indefinitely, because there's no reason not to. Somehow my ritualist went and got herself killed, so... Gotta do this one myself. You know what? Let's go ahead and summon this... Well, maybe wait a turn, and then we'll pop pop it when we get a little closer. I'm gonna move her up. And we're just gonna overwhelming force hit everybody all at the same time. And try to defend people with these friendly auras and stuff. Let's see. Let's remember to use the Scald here properly. I struggle greatly with that. We'll do Song of Revelry. Rally. Okay, that looks pretty good. You kind of dropped that in the perfect spot because all those units have regen. Alright, go ahead and do this. And then I've got a pretty big hit this guy can do. Yeah, it's that one. I think maybe I'll just drop it. Let's drop it on those two there. Nice crit, and then I can't do anything about him because he is refuged. So I'm going to use you to make Mage Banes weaker. Probably should have opened with that. I might actually do it again. Because I can smite this one. And that will make him more defensive. So let's do this. Just to really soften these Mage Banes up. Even then, they're still being kind of tough. You know what? Defense mode. Now we can actually start to deal some damage to them. These guys. And then the last group is going to be rushing down that Lost Wizard in the back. Go ahead and get that spider in the field. Good, it's the hunter spider. That's the one I wanted. Jump to there, please. And maybe web him? No, but we'll slow him. That's good enough. This seems like a good time to smite. Seems like a good time for you to defend. Oh, he doesn't have refuge. He's got precog. Well, in that case... In that case, get rid of him. Okay. And just most of this is going to be trying to track that guy down. At least those Mage Banes will drop fast. Those having a couple of those lieutenants around is really nice. They're not great fighters in and of themselves, but that debuff that just applies to all units of a type, it can be very handy. Okay, that's a good retaliation cancel right there. Saves the lieutenant quite a bit of damage. Okay, one mage bane at a time here. There we go. Get behind him, that's probably ideal there. Right there, looks good. Yeah, let's just kill him. Then I can move the archer up and get some clear shots.
Yeah.
Everybody can rush this guy down. Except for you, because you are injured. Oh wait, I guess I could just patch you up. Not sure. You know what? Let's just do Rite of Restoration. Gotta remember she's got a battlefield-wide heal like the other one. Okay, like my cleric. Ah, I forgot they can do that. I have been dealing with an awful lot of runaway kind of units. Hit and run stuff. Okay, I don't believe that he can do that again. At least not right away. How long does this guy stick around for? I think these hunter matriarchs is for the whole battle. Yeah, I don't think they have a time limit. Hey, there's a crit. Just knock him out of here now. Okay. This is really not my best army down here, is it? Well, they can hang out by the war camp to patch up, and then maybe I'll have them go after Promisal. It's a little risky moving into this area because it gets me closer. At this point, I'm inching closer to enemies that I have not really fought much yet. This guy I fought a little bit earlier, Ratchek, whatever his name is. I fought him a little bit earlier, and he was kind of a pain in the butt, but not like... I didn't fight him a lot. But then the other two, Nikareth and Noctis, I haven't even come into contact with, really, so they're the two that really worry me, and that's kind of why I'm a little worried about moving these armies too close to them in that direction. But I think Promisal is still in like a range that I feel like I could take it out. Plus, I've got these guys here that can kind of offer some extra backup, so it's probably the way I'll handle this. I'll leave some extras here. I'm still not sure who's replacing who and when. I do know that this person was going to join up with these guys. I guess they could do that now. And they They could probably use one extra. Somebody who's maybe another shield unit. Yeah, I'll just order up another paladin. I could probably order more than one, but for now this will be good. I may also be able to invest in more Pyre Templars, although I'm not sure I really need to. I think I'd rather have more Fallen Angels. I want more offensive firepower. Anyway, you go there, I guess. Yeah, that army doesn't even have a paladin, so let's get one in there. You guys can have one of their lieutenants. See, we'll leave the one that needs healing in friendly territory and then send you out here. There we go. Ah, wow, that guy really needs healing. He's got a lot of health. Dang, 245. That guy's been around. That guy's been around since the beginning, because I don't think I built any raiders, or if I did, it was very early in the game. So yeah, he's... What exalted rank is he by now? I'm curious. Exalted 6, jeez. I remember, he's doing extra damage for every... Because on top of all the plus 10 healths, he's also getting more health and damage output from transformation ascetics. I don't know if that's showing up on Charge Strike here, because it feels like it should be a lot more than that. Plus 1 damage doubled for non-repeating with their attacks per rank. I think that's stacking. It feels like it should be much more than 16 at this point. Maybe it's because of the... Oh, that might be... Oh, damage reduced by 67 per... Okay, so it's 16 at a 67% damage reduction. I think that's what it is. So his attack's actually stupidly high. That's cool. Alright, let's get these guys to buddy up here, and I have more undead, evil undead minion things that I want to do. Like taking out another fleeting infestation. Hello. The bone people are here. Okay, I'm just gonna not use spells. Shouldn't need them. Alright, you know what? No. What seems to be the problem here? I mean, aside from the fact that I have a bunch of crappy undead units. That could be the problem here. There's a Fractured Evoker with Firebomb. Okay, yeah, he could melt a whole group of them by himself. They are undead, after all. Not really sure how to deal with that, so... Oh, and now he's decaying. I don't know if I fought in one of these battlefields before. I think we just need to close the distance, charge him, but maybe in more of a line than a ball. Make it harder for him to hit a whole lot of units all at once with that firebomb thing. He can only do that if he doesn't move, so we can work around that, I think. And I will go ahead and use some spells here. Yes, run into the middle of all my troops, please. I might actually be able to prevent him from using that entirely. You guys are actually doing respectable amounts of damage. I believe I'm buffing these guys by hitting them. Must be some fractal infestation thing that they do. Something for the fractal units. Doesn't say anywhere. Oh, when hit by... Gain strength and regeneration for 3 turns when hit by a magic attack. Okay. So by hitting them with magic attacks, I'm actually powering them up. That's good to know. Let's kill them before that becomes a problem. In fact, since I've already charged you up a bit, we'll just make sure you die. Okay, there's no reason to walk through that one. Yeah, that'll force him to move so he can't firebomb. Maybe we just shoot him at archers and not with the mage for now. Defend all those guys there with him. And then start moving up from this direction, I guess. Trying to avoid the decaying tiles. Basically, I just want to pin this guy in where he's at. Oh, he can do that if I'm in his face. That's good to know. I'm glad no one was seriously injured. Definitely want to get rid of him. Can anyone get the finishing blow, please? I'm pretty sure I can kill you. I might need him to run around and get a hit on that guy. But only if I can finish this guy off here. And I don't think I can. Well, this guy isn't really a threat at this point anyway. So, because now he can't move. And I can just drop a heal on my guys here, so. I just really want that guy to die so I don't take another round of burning, but I don't think it's going to matter. If I get lucky. Nope, I did not get lucky. Now I just need to finish him. Nope, I just keep powering him up. There. Alright, I'm just gonna end my turn, because I can't do anything. Fortunately, these guys are all regenerating, which is kind of the whole point of this army. The only problem is they're going to really suck until I can actually get them to rank up a bit. Those are actually pretty good. That might be good for my cleric. Hang on, let me check in with her. See if those would be good. She gets status resistance, ignores status resistance, and magic damage. This would give her regular resistance, ignore resistance and status. I like these a little better. Not by a lot, but by a little, for sure. She doesn't really inflict a lot of status effects on the enemies, so bypassing status resistance doesn't really help a lot. Okay, well, I'm going to send these undead back to go heal up. They're just going to have to take a slow and steady. These guys are my fun little side quests. They're not really anything crucial to my overall strategy, so... These guys, on the other hand, are on a very important mission. The mission is go kill Flammic once and for all. I want you to be the one moving as far as you can, because you're the one who has to actually initiate the siege when we get to Flammic, who is right down this little tunnel here. Hopefully hasn't regained too much of his power yet, but we'll see. Now, I don't know if my scout's going to be able to make it through here without fighting somebody. Is that a road there? Oh, he can make it down here. I'll take that. Oh, that's like the edge of the world down there. I'm on the very bottom. I think my scout's going to die, but I'm going to go see what's through this cave. Area is heavily contaminated. Undone abominations the other side of the lake are poisoning our animals, our scarce waters, and our people, condemning them to the same fate they suffer. Let's see another friend die. Purge the area of the hollowing winds. I mean, sure, I guess I need to kill these things. Oh, this is cool. I haven't seen this giant underwater boneyard before. I think this must be... Okay, this is related to the fractured events that are going on this map, I think. It's another one of those. Kind of like the Phantom Hills. The Great Worm Lake is another one of those. So if I do that, maybe that's how I get those artifacts. So that I can heal the world. Although, I think in my particular case, I don't think my character's not too interested in healing the world. Alright, well, I guess what I'll do with this group is we'll position her about as far forward as she can go. And just hang out here. Most likely we'll use them to try to take out Promisal. And we'll just keep breaking one city at a time. And let's see, these guys are on their way back. I need to replace units. I'm still in the process of doing that. Probably could use another paladin, I think another strider, I think I'm on the right path there for replacing them. Lots of heroes captured, lots of remains collected. Somebody gained level of renown. That was this guy who's already 3/4 of the way up and has duelist, so that's pretty good. Got essence of gold. The war with your remaining city. I will probably just make peace with these, and the reason that I'm going to do that is it'll lower the amount of stuff running at me temporarily. Now, the AI is almost certainly going to ally with them, and they'll be at war with me later anyway, but I'm a long ways away from them, and I have no shortage of targets to go after, so there's no reason for me to stay at war with them. I'll just make peace with as many as I can, for as long as I can, until they get new overlords that just send them right back into war with me. Now, I did notice that I finished breaking down a gold mine. I think it was around here, maybe? Yeah, ruined gold vein. I'm going to replenish that because I've still got like 9 turns on a bunch of this stuff. So I'm probably going to replenish that. I'm going to replenish this rainbow clover here because I've still got quite a bit of time before I can move this city. And I don't have as huge of an incentive to move it now either. Now, is there anything else? Because I don't want to wait much longer than 10 turns before I move it again, because eventually I am going to want it on the front line so I can make use of that war camp to keep my armies nice and healthy. But I think everything else is okay. I don't really need more mana nodes. I'm not going to waste my time with them. I guess I could get that gold vein back. Iron deposit. Actually, iron deposit isn't that necessary. Okay, we'll just wait until all those are done. And then we'll move the city again. In the meantime, I think I can use outposts, and maybe it would be about time to make a teleporter. You know, I think it is about time to make a teleporter. Just where would a good spot be for it? I mean, I don't need that conduit for anything, do I? I mean, I've got conduits. Maybe a teleporter right here would be good. My units could reach that pretty easily in 1 turn. Everything else is in a decent spot where it's at. Yeah, let's do that. I think it's time. Time for teleporters. We've waited long enough. And that'll give me the flexibility to be able to spread across the map much easier. And maybe even allow me to just leave my capital down here, or I could move it to maybe a slightly better location. I don't know. It depends on whether I still want to keep using my capital as aggressively as I have been. I probably do, but I also want to keep harvesting some of these resource nodes, particularly the magic materials. One area that would be pretty helpful probably is if I delved underground a bit and tried to get some of the underground magic materials, because I've got quite a bit of the, I've got plenty of these flower-based ones, plant-based ones, but I could use more of these. I guess you can find these on the surface. I don't really have hardly any of the underground ones, though. It'd be nice to get my hands on some of them. Okay, I believe this is a good spot to wrap things up for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and save it here. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm glad we were able to at least get through that dragon, whose name I can't pronounce. They're dead, and we're closing in on Flamix still. So we're able to knock another one out, and that's good. So I hope you enjoyed that episode. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you all again next week. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Dawson Horner, Devin Larson, Roderick, and Sarah Feingold. Thanks so much, everybody.